Yo, what's up, everybody? Super two. Okay, baby. Okay, okay. Baby, no video for this on Friday month, y'all, man. So I probably the type of update behind the murder of Aniah Blanchard, man. Yeah, I did a video about her in the past since she was murdered. You know, back over 2 years ago, into somewhere in somewhere in Alabama, to where she was kidnapped and murdered by the dude, and that was Ibrahim Lazine. So he was a dude they charged, I think, for murder. And like I seen the video too. I seen the video too. Until I think her father had that type of news, saying I think he was agreeing with the whole trial. And so they say that so I think they say they put type of law down here called the speedy trial rule, or speedy trial act, means that people like so I think speedy trial act is about when people who basically, trying to, have a trial, speed quicker for someone who's charged with murder, and they trying to convict criminals who do the crime. And so I think trying to have I think the speedy trial act down here. So I think come from people who have trials done quicker, so, and have these people in jail and for the crime. But and so yeah, I did a video back a couple years ago on Twitter thing that she was kidnapped somewhere in Auburn, Alabama, to where I think in a gas station, to where the dude Ibrahim Lazine had trying to call her, came out the store, and how I think trying to offer her a ride, something, how she, I think they did try to kidnap her, and how they said he shot her to death, man. How until we had her body somewhere in the woods, somewhere out there. But I feel like he got charged with a murder until we shot and killed Aniah Blanchard, to where Aniah Blanchard was the student, I think, going to school somewhere at the Birmingham, or no. I probably said she went to school, somewhere in Auburn, Alabama area, to where I think they're going to I think Auburn University School out there. And how she was kidnapped, and how she was found dead, off of somewhere in Macon County, Alabama area, to where that she found dead out there, and how the dude got her kidnapped and murdered. And but I feel like the father did a type of news saying that he was agreeing, with the whole law down here, to where they, they can have the trial, speed up trial stuff going on, to where the trial could be how the people is going to get tried or convicted, man. But for the charges, and but I feel like they do. Ibrahim Azim is from Montgomery, so I did a video saying that dude is from Montgomery, how he met this girl, and how things went bad, to where she was murdered and killed. And but I think Governor K. Ivey had did type of let me see, I think she had did type of a signing of the law down here, to where I said for the whole speedy trial act going on, to where folks who want to have the trials go faster, and have the people I guess put in jail for a long time. And but I feel like it's a good move to have these trials done faster, because they can have these inmates doing a lot of time. So I feel like the people get getting tried for murder, and they get tried for a lot of crimes, and I had these people spend most of them months, I said, going to trial. I think I said before the trial, but I feel like dude Ivey, I think he's still in prison, so he's still in prison for the murder of her death. And but I can imagine a parent losing a daughter to violence going on, to her daughter, other life Blanchard was a victim, how she was killed. And but I can imagine a father losing, I guess, his only daughter, man, to one tragedy, man. One tragedy can wreck the whole state of Alabama, man. So in the past, I think back around year 2019, I feel the whole state of Alabama basically trying to find her. I think she was found somewhere in the woods dead. And but and so I heard that she was missed for a week. A week ago, I think she missed for a week, and how she wasn't found. And how I think her parents felt like she was being missing, and how she was killed. And I feel like her parents felt kind of upset, sad over her death. And but yeah, man, I feel like I don't know, for this trial could be yeah, I feel like the whole speed trial act is gonna be a good thing for trials to be speeded up faster, to keep people in jail, man, for crimes they committed, and but I feel like the dude, I don't know, I feel like dude Edmund Zine had murdered her and kidnapped her, man. But I was trying to do as a murderer, a piece of shit murderer who, murders a girl who trying to, go to school, and how she got killed, man, behind what he did, and but I feel like, why would you murder her for anyway, man? I feel like dude had murdered her, or because she's a pretty face, she got, a good smile, pretty face, I don't know, but how she, murdered her and stuff, and but yeah, man, I feel like people gotta be careful about places that can get you killed, man. Especially, if you're going to a gas station, so at midnight means that people it get you kidnapped anyway. Especially, if a child or I said female who is, I think I said I don't know. I think I did alone, and how things can happen to you, man, to where that you can get raped or killed, man. But so I feel like her trial it's gonna be happening. So I feel like it's trying to be I feel like the whole trial, it's gonna go through with her case of her death and but and how he's still in jail. So but yeah, man, it's sad. So I passed out P2, line benches. So I passed out P2 line benches. So which I like coming in, tries to peace. I'm out here. Take care and peace.
After more than 5 years of waiting, the capital murder case against Ibrahim Yazid, who is accused of killing Homewood native Aniah Blanchard, may be closer to trial. Alabama Supreme Court Chief Justice Sarah Stewart used a new law yesterday to select retired Judge Tom Young to oversee the case in Macon County. ABC 3340's Aaron Wise joins us now. Aaron, you spoke with Blanchard's father.
Yes, Elijah Blanchard was grateful for the new law called the Speedy Trial Act. The goal of that law is to get violent criminal cases to trial faster. When the bill creating the law was signed by Governor Ivey in mid-May, she said she looked forward to justice being served beginning with Aniah Blanchard's case.
She just lit up a room when she walked in. She was to herself, but she was such a helpful person, and she was so giving and cheerful, and she was just a great person. And, to get somebody like that taken away from you, it just hurts.
Elijah Blanchard, the father of Aniah Blanchard, says the more than 5.5 years since his daughter's kidnapping and death have been difficult. While Blanchard has confidence in the state to prosecute Aniah's alleged killer, Ibrahim Yazid, at times he questioned if they would see justice.
A lot of uncertainty, a lot of confusion. It's just been a lot of days of not knowing. I'm just glad that the lawmakers have decided that, sometimes these criminals can sit too long.
He was relieved with the recent selection of a visiting judge to oversee the case against Yazid. Through the new Speedy Trial Act, the Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court can select a judge from outside a circuit to oversee certain violent criminal cases when a request is made by the Attorney General or a district attorney. There must be an explanation of why a visiting judge is needed. The goal, get cases to trial.
They are alleged innocent until proven guilty. So, he's literally been living a life of saying he's innocent. So now I think it's time for him to face his crime.